welcome to the BCM podcast. I'm today's host, Brad Swail. To my top left is the always joyful Charles Blain. And to my top right, resident conspiracy theorist, Q believer, Michael Searle, Searle ATX. He always posts Q drops and connects the dots for you. So follow him on X if you want to know what's going on with Q, because Q's back.
I don't know why you're slandering me like this.
I am not slandering you, dude. Patriots are in control. All right. God, the Shadow White House is in control. No worries. He had 17 flags behind him. So what's 17th letter? It's Q. Get ready.
I have lots of worries.
Has Q only tweeted? Like, is that where Q's primary information?
Has Q tweeted. Ugh.
No,
Charles.
no. I'm saying, is that where the primary Q information, like communication, comes out at?
I actually just discovered, I think, last week where to find Q drops. And it's
4chan.
like, no, not on 4chan. 4chan. It's like Q something .app or something. I don't know. It's something weird. I can't remember. It's very strange.
So when did Q start? Was it around the same time that Watoshi Wasa left?
Oh, I love it.
Did Q start before the 2016 election or after Trump got elected?
I think it was after he was elected. And so it would have been 4 years after Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared.
It only takes 4 years to build a new brand.
So, is that what people say? Okay, so like and subscribe and share with friends and leave some comments for Charles exclusively and in my favor always, because that's just the truth and our listeners are not liars. So
I think you called our listeners liars before, didn't you? Like one guy?
If they said anything negative about me, then yes, he was. That's not. This is super easy. He's been banned. He's been perma-banned. So obviously the big story is still Charlie Kirk, Charles James Kirk. That's his name, right? And all of the whirlwind of information. We got some text messages that came out that are totally believable and real. The whole story is wrapped up in a nice, neat little bow. No shenanigans going on at all. Our government. I said this to Michael the other day, and I'm surprised it's the first time I think I've ever said it. I think I've said it on the show before. I know I've said it on other podcasts, but the government is not in the habit of telling us the truth, and they're not going to start telling us the truth with this particular incident. It's just not. So they're lying about something. What they're lying about, I don't know. But they're lying for sure, 100%. They didn't start telling us the truth with 9/11. They didn't start telling us with the Iraq War, with COVID, with all of the big events that have ever happened, even the small events. They never tell the truth. So they're lying about something.
So wait, is your statement that the government, every issue that the government has, they lie about something in that issue?
I 100% sure. Yes. I would bet money that the government lies about every single thing to some degree. The big things they lie about in a bigger way. Is that not true, do you think? I mean, maybe you could come up with some random example. They told the truth here.
I mean, I think they lie about the things that they're involved in. Like, I don't know that they lie about. I don't know that they lie about things they're not involved in that don't, unless there's a way to benefit them. Sure, but
I think. I mean, there may be truth in what the information that they're using, but their conclusions are lies, or how they spin it is a lie, or how they manipulate it is a lie. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to lie, right? Lying by omission is one of them. Lying by podcasts, like what we do all the time.
Yeah, we got called out on our episode about the.
You're making a very broad statement, which I think is generally true, especially when there's like big events. So let me ask you a question. What specifically do you think they're lying about in the Charlie Kirk assassination?
Okay. I don't have this. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. But the text messages are an obvious lie. An obvious lie. The timeline is a lie. Okay, look, this is supposedly, I can share screen. Let me zoom in a little bit. And it's an obvious lie. This is a tranny and the tranny's boyfriend, Zoomers, and they're talking like boomers in text message form. I'm still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep... Like, this is not how Zoomers text, especially trannies.
They live in Utah.
I don't give shit. The internet is everywhere. This is not how they text.
Charles, do me a favor. Go on your cell phone right now and search your text messages for the word retrieve.
Okay.
And for the word vehicle.
Retrieve. Like together. Like two.
No, just one. No, just one. One at a time. And tell me how many times that pops up and in what context.
For me, retrieve. Well, it doesn't tell you how many times, but
he went to go retrieve some brownies from the guy on the corner of the street.
Wait, I don't understand. Oh, what? No, I mean, I have a lot of retrieve. Not a lot, but a decent amount.
Why retrieve is a weird one, Michael? Why are you holding?
What was the other one? Vehicle.
Vehicle.
Oh, I know I have a lot of vehicles.
What in the world?
This is vehicle.
I have retrieve. I've never deleted my text messages. I don't think ever. I have retrieved 3 times. The first one is from an 80-year-old man who said he was going to retrieve something. I don't know, maybe a check or I don't know. And then the other one was like Terrytown Pharmacy, retrieve your test results. That looks like COVID test. But that's it. That's all I've got. And then vehicle.
I got countless vehicles.
Really? Well, all the ones I have vehicle are like the fake DMV ones that you get, you know, and then like time to pick up your car for your vehicle for service. But then I'm not referring to a car. I'm referring to like in a lot of cases, it's like a legislative vehicle, you know, like is there
it's kind of weirder than using the regular word vehicle. But I get based on your work. Yeah.
I use those 2 words because somebody else did this test and it's just that they use those specific words in the text messages, which is just weird because no normal human beings use those words in text messages. And
definitely not Zoomers.
Well, so, okay, here's the thing, though. I have a ton of vehicles. I have about half that many retrieves. I'm the youngest one here. I'm closest to Zoomers, so I think it makes sense.
No, the only Zoomer talk that is in this whole thing is he references something like one of the things that he wrote on a gun is like, I can't wait to see like, ooh, look at that bulge like on Fox News.
Who said that's what is this? How does that Zoomer talk? What does that mean?
I mean, it's like Tumblr talk. It's how they talk on the internet. Are you not on the internet?
Tumblr was not Zoomers.
Okay, listen up, bud. These are not real text messages. The best case scenario is that they texted each other this to, I don't know, like to give the tranny boyfriend or whatever an alibi that he wasn't there and not involved. That's the most charitable explanation of this. The worst case scenario is that they are just making it up out of whole cloth. And they're describing exactly what happened in this long form text message while he's on the run and like where he left the gun and like where he is and where the note is and like all of the evidence that could possibly be needed to to convict him in this text message form in a way that no 20-something-year-old texts their tranny boyfriend. What are you rubbing your head for?
So this is at first I thought it was just based on the word retrieving vehicle. So partially based on retrieving vehicle. The rest of it's just because it's over-explanatory. Like
I'm not going to go as far as Brad, but it's a little weird that he says something to the extent of, I was going to take this to my grave. Yes, it was me. Oh, I put the gun in this specific place wrapped in a towel, but there's a vehicle sitting out there, so I can't go retrieve it yet.
I mean, yeah, it's weird, sure, yes, but a person who would do that is also weird.
And then the boyfriend or girlfriend asks, "Why'd you do it?" And he's like, "I was just so sick of his hatred. I just had enough," you know. And like, it's just the motive is there. Some details that are a little fuzzy or just he happened to text them, even though he was gonna take it to his death. And then he's like, my grandpa's going to be so mad about the rifle. Like you just You just shot somebody in cold blood and you're worried about your grandpa's reaction to where the rifle is and that your dad's MAGA. Like, I don't know. It's a little strange. I think the most charitable explanation is they're just strange and they text like this, and this is actual real text messages.
No.
Yes, that's the thing, because weird people do weird things. So like, if he's weird enough or crazy enough to do that, he's also weird enough and crazy enough to write text messages like that.
The problem is that these text messages are not weird. They're not weird. They're like very normal text messages. Like it's almost like too formal. It is not how Zoomers and trannies text in a very weird way that would be like if they texted you, maybe they.
It is weird to you because you aren't a Zoomer. His language would be weird to Zoomers because he is a Zoomer. So it is weird for his age demographic.
Have you read them, Charles?
No.
Oh. They're like capital letters, full punctuation.
Which is weird for someone his age, is what I'm saying. Like,
he didn't do it.
Okay, so you're telling me that. So your argument is that the government lies all the time, that they can't, that at this point they're not better at lying to create fake text messages, like that they're just going to be so on their face on the nose.
You not live through COVID?
The fake documents created through COVID are better than fake text messages, if these are even fake text messages.
Dude, they lied about like all sorts of shit during COVID, and people just ate it up.
Masks,
like everything.
All you had to do was vape all you had to do was vape with a mask on to see how effective a vape was, or a mask was at stopping particulates.
Dude,
the text messages are one thing. I'm not alleging that they're faked or not. I'm saying they are strange. They're a strange piece of evidence, and they're not time stamped. And they're like, is that the full text string? They're not like screenshots. They're like, it looks like the FBI, like whatever, they just like created a document with the text messages in them. It's not. There's no timestamp. It's not in the text string. It looks like they just recreated the conversation on another document, which is weird. Why would they do that? Are these all the text messages? Are there more?
I don't know. I have not seen all of them. I mean, Charles, you just asked like, what's one thing that they might be lying about, and I just gave that one thing, right?
No, Michael asked that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry, Michael asked that, and I'm just answering.
Yes, I see. So, I'm reading the text messages. I mean, I don't know.
Yes, you do, Charles. Yes, you do. Listen, you want to believe. You want to support the government so much. I know.
So much so that I have a unhealthy amount of messages saying vehicles as well. Like, I just don't think it's that strange. And yeah, there are other factors, but
that's a weird litmus test that Michael gave you. I don't know why he did that, but so he
probably because most people say car.
Yeah, most people would say car or whip. Right? I left my whip. My whip's out there. There's a popo hanging out by it.
Yeah. Or like, I'm going to grab the gun or go get the gun. I'm
not
going to retrieve it. It's weird.
Anyhow.
Charles is not convinced.
I'm not. But I'm willing to be proven wrong. Been proven wrong before.
It's also, I mean, there's other weird stuff like the allegations that they were like breaking down the crime scene like right after it happened before any investigation happened, and like how quickly this guy is supposed to have like assembled his gun and like disassembled it and then reassembled it, and like why would he do that? And even still disassembled, is it going to fit into his backpack? No. It's going to fit into his pants? Not really. And like jumping off a building and just like bouncing around, just full bore, like that's not an easy thing to do. Like there's a bunch of weird stuff going on.
There is a bunch of weird stuff going on. I think one of the recent pieces of evidence that I saw that something weird is going on. That's all I'm willing to say at this point, is like there's more to the story that I just don't get. Is the security footage from the rooftop where you see him running across the rooftop?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? You guys have seen that footage?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They release the video to us, and the start of the video is he's running across the rooftop, and they say in the report or in the charging documents that he went outside the view of the camera. Well, if you look at the video, the sniper's perch is in that video. So theoretically, they have the video of him in the sniper's perch because it's in the video. The spot where he shot from is in the video, but they release it as he's running away from the sniper's perch about 3 seconds after the shot is taken. So they should have video of him taking the shot, but they didn't release that. They released 3 seconds after when he's running across the rooftop. That is weird. Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
And then why would they tell us that he was out of sight of the camera? It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds very weird. I don't know why you would tell somebody that they're outside of the camera if they're not out of sight. But maybe there's other information or other people that are involved that by putting information out there would jeopardize the continuing investigation. It's a possibility, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it not, Brad?
What's the question?
Is it not possible that by leaving information out, they are doing so because there's other people, there's other things that they need to be looking at, something other than this specific issue at hand, this kid, and that by putting that information out, it might jeopardize that extension of the investigation?
I mean, I guess that's possible if you're a bootlicker.
All right. Well, I don't know. No one's proven it yet. What's the reason? Why would they need to hide it?
Why would they need to hide? Like, well, I mean, because this kid is a patsy or something. I don't know.
Right. Like, but who is? There's got to be a natural conclusion to this theory.
Like, are you asking me to name someone that could have done it instead of this guy?
Well, first I was asking what the purpose was. So you're saying the purpose is to cover for someone else who did it. Okay.
Maybe.
So who?
You could also. So who? Okay. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Oh gosh, darn, who? I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's seen videos of the guys, and Michael's seen these too. I don't know if you've seen them, Charles. Like the guys that are giving hand signals in the back. Are they giving hand signals, or are they just? I mean, if you look at it compared to a chart of Army arm signals, like it's pretty like spot on. But are they doing it or not? I don't know. Then there's a guy in the white shirt that like looks like he pulls something up, and like there's a recoil. And then there's also some other guy that's like standing in front of Charlie that like goes like this and like that, like he's wearing a brown shirt, and that one is totally unbelievable.
I don't believe any of those three, FYI.
Okay, I don't
think any of those are credible.
Okay, I'm also not saying that those are the only other options that I've seen other than like Netanyahu did it.
I don't.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, the guy from.
Oh.
No,
yeah, there's.
I didn't hear the last word he said on that. You said
the third video he said was unbelievable, which it's. I don't buy those three in particular. I don't know. I don't have an answer as to who did it or what did it. I just, using Brad's logic, they lied to us before. There's a lot of evidence that they're not telling us the full truth. Maybe they will. Maybe. Given my experience with government, they haven't in the past. The most, I don't know. So with things like this, sometimes you just have to use your sense. Like, okay, what makes sense? The thing that makes the most sense to me of what I've heard of all these crazy theories going around is that there was conversation on that Discord channel about doing this, and that kid went up to the rooftop to shoot at him, and people knew about it, and somebody else took the shot, and he was going to be the fall guy. That seems possible. I saw a video where they matched the cameras, two different cameras, and it's the kid running across the roof and the crowd and the shot, and he's already in a full sprint. That video is released. He's already in a full sprint 2.5 seconds after the shot's taken. So he is in a sniper perch. He bounces up and he's running at a full sprint in 2.5 seconds. That seems a little, I don't know. That seems a little unbelievable. That seems hard to do. He apparently also disassembled the rifle. That seems a little difficult to do and put it in the towel or whatever he was carrying. Is it impossible? No, but it seems a little strange.
It's impossible.
Okay, so under the theory that I just said, that could make sense. That could explain that discrepancy, but I don't know who's on the trigger.
So you're saying that he was saying in the Discord group that he was going to go do it, and then that.
Charles froze. You froze.
Oh, okay. Am I back?
In the Discord group, you went like this.
So in the Discord group, he said he was going to do this. So shadowy figure over here sees that, kind of intercepts him when he's going to go do it, does it, and then lets him take the fall for it.
Yeah.
So why didn't he just let him do it?
Because maybe he's a bad shot.
Okay. I mean, I feel like the most logical answer is the most logical ansanswer. Like, I feel like all these.
The most logical answer is being lied to.
I feel like all these theories are they're worthy of exploration, but I feel like at the end of the day, like, real life is always weirder than what you can come up with, and the fact that a crazy person did this, it seems like it's just that. Like, you can always like find things like with 30 million people looking at these videos, they're going to find random people making hand signals and this and that. Oh, look, that baby blinked. That, like, they're going to find things. People are going to say things. So I think it's like the answer is the answer, right? Like, and I don't want to say right, but in my opinion, and like, it's weird. Like, yeah, he was running and it, like, things just happened to like line up. And I'm not speaking to it from a very informed perspective because I haven't watched each of those like theories. So I don't know how plausible they are. So I don't know. But
yeah, I know when thinking about the show, because I knew we were going to talk about this, I think my overall is right now the preponderance of the evidence is with the official story. But I'm open to seeing more evidence for other theories because I think there are some things that are weird, and I have to square into that they are always lying to us. So, but I don't think there's enough evidence for me to say, no, there was definitely another shooter from the back right like that. There's not enough evidence to come to that conclusion.
And I'm with you. You guys know I'm always down to like explore a theory, an alternative theory to something, and kind of be open to it. But I just, in this one, it just seems as though
you need to go down the rabbit hole a little bit.
I will. No, I will. Maybe we can. I'm hosting next week, so maybe we'll talk about it again, like a part 2.
See where we're at.
Maybe there's more information.
Maybe there will be more information. I'm sure there will be. Maybe there'll be some more extremely normal text messages.
People text weird things. People, I don't.
Brother, that was not weird. That's the problem.
It's not weird because you are a grown adult. It is weird for a however age 22-year-old kid.
I know. Exactly. Thank you for agreeing with me. I appreciate that.
Oh my God.
But it's not, if it were the text messages alone, I may agree with you, but it's not just the text messages. And you need to go down the rabbit hole. And yes, 30,000 people or 30 million people looking at something, but 30 million people looking at it will also find lies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first really major, I don't know. Is this the first major political assassination in the age of cell phones?
I think so. At least it's the one, it's had the widest spread impact. I can't think of any others that we've seen.
So it's like it's not the JFK assassination, but it's as if the JFK assassination were in the age of cell phones. There'd be all these people, and what they would find out was the government was lying. And so it wouldn't shock me if we, in this case, find out that our old friend Kash Patel is also covering something up. It wouldn't shock me. I would not be shocked.
He's not my old friend. I was never supportive of these people.
Is he telling the truth about Epstein?
Nope.
Weird. But let's trust him on this one.
He did get up in front of Congress and say that Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell was trafficking little girls to nobody but Epstein.
Yeah, he also said something about seeing Charlie Kirk in Valhalla, and it's like, what is happening?
That was weird too.
What's going on? Yeah. Oh boy! All right. Anything else on the Charlie Kirk and where we are with that?
Part 2 next week.
Do y'all think? Oh, I guess let's follow. I'm going to ask y'all this, and we can follow up part 2 next week. It'll be part 3 on this question. Do you think that things will get more radicalized? Now that there's been a little bit of breathing room since it happened.
Define what you mean by radicalized.
Well, I mean, very quickly, people, like I said last week, people were coming out saying that the moderate right is there's no longer a moderate right. I mean, that's, hyperbole, of course, but is it going to radicalize more people on the right? I mean, especially seeing all of the reactions from leftists all over the world and, teachers and moms and fucking politicians and everybody, seeing their reactions like dancing on his grave, literally and like metaphorically. That's probably going to radicalize some people that are center right to think there's no compromising with these people. I thought you were just like a normal person. Maybe you just wanted some social safety nets and you thought white people are a little bit racist or whatever. Like, okay, whatever, you're kooky. But you're celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. And why are you laughing?
Nothing. I looked at Michael's laughing. No, nothing.
I was laughing?
And you were like smirking, like you were like about to... Okay, so I don't think it's gonna... I think it'll radicalize, but I don't think I'm going to use radicalize the way that you were saying with it being moderate to more conservative. I think it's people who might have been apolitical to be maybe slightly right-leaning. I think that's where you're going to see a lot of the growth. There was a college campus, HCC, and this young Hispanic kid, I was with a group, and so he knew this was a conservative group, but he wasn't there. And later he came up and he asked, he was like, hey, what do you think about the Charlie Kirk thing? And I was just like, it's terrible, kind of obviously, general thoughts. And he was like, yeah, it's really bad. He's like, I didn't know much about politics until this. So he probably still doesn't know much about politics, but he's like, rude. But it's kind of, huh?
That's rude.
Well, I mean, it was like 3 days later. Like, I'm sure he doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're saying this Hispanic kid can't know a lot about politics.
So anyway, he's like, but it's kind of crazy. And he's like, and I was sad about it. And then I told my girlfriend, and she said he deserved to die. And she was like, and he's like, and I was raised Catholic and I'm Hispanic and I have some of the same values. And it pretty much bothered this kid a lot that his girlfriend had said that and that his friends had said that. And it's no different for a lot of others. Like I go on social media and a lot of my friends who are not political at all, that from back home, posted like not like a memory or memoriam, but just like a statement or something that they found of his. And I was asking them, and they got really nasty messages. Some of them lost clients at their businesses and all this stuff. And these people were not political. They just thought it was terrible. And they posted on social media and saw this backlash, and they're not political people. And now they're like, well, maybe I should be.
They lost clients because they posted something in like some condolences about Charlie Kirk.
And it wasn't even like their written condolences. It was like, I don't know, their church posted something that said a young man lost his, like, something very generic.
Sure. Yeah.
I think we're on a long-term trajectory of radicalization, and it's not turning around at this moment.
Interesting.
We did not hit a turning point.
It's a little on the nose. Did it accelerate though?
Did it accelerate? It's been accelerating. So yes.
I mean, it's been accelerated. Did someone press the gas pedal a little bit more? Like
said
yes.
But it's not. He's not saying yes. Whatever.
He said yes.
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Oh, it's going to get worse before it gets better, for sure.
But I think that there's an interesting sidebar fight that's happening on the right now, though.
Oh,
they are not united.
No, they're not. It's like Tucker and Candy, and who else? Matt Gaetz.
Roger Stone.
The Stone Zone. That guy's a pimp. What is he?
A Cadillac with that group.
All being led around by Max Blumenthal. It's a very interesting.
Well,
so okay. I mean, I know of Candy and Tucker. Where's Bannon on this? Where's that old drunk? Why does he wear so many layers? Why don't he wearing 7 sweaters?
When you're older, you cold.
No, that's not normal.
Maybe he just doesn't like high electricity bills.
So there's those guys, but then there's like Ben Shapiro and Dave Rubin, and I don't know, where's Matt Walsh fall on this? Seems like Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles are sort of somewhere in the middle somehow. But who's on the other side?
Of what?
Well, you just described one side. There's a bifurcation, a split on the right.
Lots of people. I mean,
I'm not telling you the official people. Don't say
Laura Loomer.
Ugh.
Ben Shapiro,
the prettiest
Dave
woman.
Rubin,
Which side?
Bill Ackman. Like there's the
Bill Ackman.
the pro-Israel side, and then there's the anti-Israel side, and they're just fanning the flames. This whole death of Charlie Kirk, and they're fighting over whose side he was on, and it's getting crazy out there.
It's crazy.
Is Laura Loomer pro-Israel? I don't pay any attention to Laura.
Is Laura Loomer ugly? Same answer.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Ouch. So you're saying
she's very pro-Israel.
Okay.
Extremely.
She calls Tucker Carlson.
Okay, well that's the lot. I mean, I pay zero attention to Laura. I don't think I've ever seen her speak, but I know what she looks like. And that she Googled herself. She changed herself to Google or something like that.
She changed herself to Google. What?
Or maybe Facebook, something. She was protesting something.
Oh, she changed herself to Twitter headquarters. Yes.
Twitter. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my extent of Laura Loomer knowledge. Loomer.
It's interesting that this has all come, it's full circle back around to like, it's all about Israel again. Like Charlie Kirk gets shot and it's all about Israel. How did that happen? I think it's got to be, right, because Netanyahu was out within like 3 minutes speaking about it. How he was behind Israel. And that has to be like how the Israel side of this story got started.
I would say it was Candace. Like even if because a lot of officials said something. Candace started like directly with the videos, being like he met with Bill Ackman. Is Benjamin Netanyahu's lying about the letter? That like she started the whole, I think, very vocal aspect of that portion.
Name me another world leader that went on a media tour in the United States, including on Fox News, to pay condolences to Charlie Kirk, including proclaiming his allegiance to Israel or to their country. Okay,
I know he did all that. I'm sorry. He went on a media tour, like he was like around
like
that.
He did like 2 or 3 spots, I think.
I mean, I guess I can't think of any, but I also can't think of any other official who's like engaged with our. I don't know.
I think he had he not done that, would the Candace Owens of the world be saying anything? Maybe they'd be like, "Oh, Israel's behind this," blah blah blah. But maybe she's being an opportunist for sure. She's using this opportunity. I think she's also very mad about lots of things, apparently, including Brigitte Macron's penis, allegedly. But no, I think he made a not so wise decision there to do that, and also a little strange. Again,
if he had not done that, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have started, but she would have still brought up the Ackman meeting and would have been like, he was summoned to to stop talking about it. So it was going to go there anyway.
Yeah, Blumenthal came out with that report within hours of Charlie being killed, and Max Blumenthal that ignited that. So yeah, I mean, there's blame to go on both sides, but it's for sure a fight right now.
And I don't know. I maybe should have paid more attention to the sense of I didn't. But Candace and Charlie were the ones like adamantly pushing for the movement of the embassy, and they were there when Trump like declared it. Like they were like really in that. And so I can see why he might come, if he's in America, go on American shows and speak about it. Now, if he like went out of his way, I think it's a little much. But I mean, they were really like front and center in a lot of that. Not necessarily like the movers and the shakers, but they were certainly in every picture, at least.
They were supportive of that, yeah.
There's a picture of Candace like crying on the wall, like I mean, and that like so. I kind of get why he might have said something, and who knows? I don't know what their relationship was between Charlie and him. Candace says it wasn't great.
Well, that's part of the riff. Is Tucker and Candace and others are saying I've had private conversations with Charlie, who thinks that I think the words Tucker used were a destructive force in America. That he doesn't like Bibi Netanyahu. And that's why they got so mad, was because Bibi got up and read 2 sentences from a longer letter that made it look like Charlie Kirk was a fanboy of Bibi Netanyahu. And what else could have been in that letter? And we do know from public accounts and from JD Vance specifically that Charlie Kirk went into the White House and told Trump, you should not bomb Iran. We don't need another regime change war. We don't need to get in this war because of Israel, and the young people hate it. So don't do it. We know that happened. And so I could see a scenario where, well, what they are saying, and I don't know who's right, but there's a lot of emotions going on. But what they're saying is that Charlie was, and Candace had previously, and Charlie was having a changing opinion about the influence of Israel on American politics. And so they were mad that they think he misrepresented Charlie's beliefs intentionally after his death. And fan the flames of all this Israel did it conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. And if you're his friend, you probably feel that way. But I think everybody's probably misrepresenting his beliefs a little bit because he's not here to say that. And everybody's like, oh, well, he told me this. He told me this. He might have said that. Now you're paraphrasing. Now telephone. Like, everybody's saying something. This is like if you die. Well, we'll use me. Say I die, and then you come out and be like, he told me in this text that he wanted the BCM podcast to go on, but he wanted it mostly to be the M podcast with Brad on every other week. And then Brad's like, well, actually,
how many times did he say vehicle in that text?
But I don't like it at all on either side of them coming out and being like, these private conversations we had, and now they're publicizing them. And nobody can verify what's right or what's true or wrong, or true or untrue.
You know who can verify it? Grok. Isn't it awesome how X is just like 100% like Grok? Is this true?
It's great.
Fucking, it's crazy. No one is thinking anymore.
Interesting.
What does Grok think about Charlie Kirk?
I haven't asked him. I've only used that feature one time.
What?
Asking Grok something.
You mean you added him in a thread like publicly instead of just clicking the little button to like get his analysis?
Don't misgender.
Only a dude.
Wait, so does it say something? Was it like I don't understand
about Charlie Kirk?
I haven't asked him.
No,
you
can at Grok and say, "Is this true?" or like whatever you want. You can ask it a question in a thread.
Yeah,
people do it all the fucking time.
Yes, I know, I understand that, but like
So what do you mean?
Like, were you saying it said something? Like you were alluding that it said something about Charlie that was in coordination with what we were just talking about. So I thought that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I haven't asked Grok about Charlie Kirk. I'm not a freak. I try not to rely on AI to do my thinking for me.
I asked him in response to in a reply to a Barack Obama tweet. I asked him how much healthcare prices have gone up since the passage of the ACA. How much premiums have gone up? That's what I asked.
Did you ask him if you can keep your doctor?
I didn't.
Dang. Only because it came up organically. I think it's worth mentioning.
Oh, Brett, what did you say about AI that you don't let it what?
I don't like to let AI do my thinking.
You like to let it do your clips. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh shoot! I was supposed to do clips last week.
Yeah, you were.
No, I did. Oh no, yeah, I did my clips.
You did, and you did maybe a D+. You just let the AI fuck up and like not focus on anybody or anything, and it looked like dog shit.
We had the most retweeted clips we ever had.
That is not true at all. There was no retweets because they weren't posted on Twitter.
Seriously.
If there's anybody who's good at clipping and things like that wants to donate their services to the BCM podcast, DM us.
George Papadopoulos, First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, to present evidence to U.S. court that she is indeed a biological woman. That is not a biological woman.
Can't we just swab her cheek?
Can't we just like see her dick? I mean,
well, she chopped it off. Can't we just swab the cheek and get a little DNA and look at the chromosomes?
You think chopping it off does the trick? You're not like you see someone with a dick chopped off, you think they're a woman?
It doesn't grow back.
It looks like a dick got chopped off. It looks like a vagina.
But I'm okay. But seriously, can't we just get a swab? Can someone just get some of this lady's saliva and then we run a DNA test and get chromosomes? Right? Isn't that simple?
I guess I would assume you can. I don't know. It seems like that would be something, but maybe that's what she's going to do. She's going to present biological evidence. Is it going to be her biological evidence? I don't believe it. She's probably going to get her prostate milked. That's my guess. And that ain't a woman.
All you have to do is like get a bottle that she had or a tissue, and like they did in Law and Order.
Why now?
With Candy on the case, you think she's going to leave tissues around? No.
Why now, though?
Is Candace Owens?
How crazy is it, though, that like a world leader is the wife of a world leader is responding to a pod, essentially, like, I know I'm kind of dumbing it down, but running to a podcaster and then like declaring her sex, like saying she's going to prove it because this podcaster keeps saying that she's not. It's kind of crazy times we're living in.
Because it's more than a podcaster. It's like
I know. I was just kind of.
I'm not saying that Candy is more than a podcaster, though she is. She's also a mother. She's also a wife, a daughter. There's other people in France that have been like targeted for this. Like a whole book. What was it? What's the name of the guy?
Becoming Brigitte, Xavier Poussard.
Yeah, with the Poussard.
But anybody could write a book, right? Like, is there a movement in France? Like, are French people like, show us?
I don't know, man. It's a great question. I have no idea. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's gotten kicked off of Disney. ABC has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel because he made some comments about Charlie Kirk that I guess were not viewed polite, as good, as kind, as nice.
Can you play them?
I'm trying to find the actual clips, and all it is just like clips of him saying other horrible things throughout the years. And that's kind of where I was going to go with it. I mean, he actually does make sort of a funny joke where he pans. Charles, are you looking for it?
Yeah, but I'm not finding anything. Like, I'm finding references to it, but not the actual.
So he pants, like he says something about like Donald Trump, and like this is how Donald Trump is feeling about his very close friend who just passed away, and it like cuts to a reporter asking Trump on the lawn, how are you feeling about whatever, and he says, yeah, it's not good, and then just like immediately starts talking about some construction on the west lawn or something like that, and it's kind of funny.
I have it. I just don't know how to.
You don't know how to share screen?
Oh, okay. Oh shoot, where'd StreamYard go?
StreamYard?
Yeah, I moved the screen. Now I don't know where like StreamYard is itself.
Well,
I got it.
Okay, Michael's got it.
Okay, no, okay.
It's a new weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of that's kind of funny that Trump did that, and really weird. But getting Jimmy Kimmel,
Changing the subject to trucks is really weird.
You don't think that was a weird thing for someone to do? Like, you just asked, "Hey, how are you holding up about your friend that just died?" I say pretty well. By the way, there's this. We're doing this thing over here. Like, that's weird.
Have I not been saying since his comments after his death that Trump has been acting weird about the Kirk assassination?
You did say that.
I did.
So that's okay. So you agree?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Anyhow, Jimmy Kimmel got thrown off because of this Charlie Kirk thing, and quite frankly, there's allegations that the Trump administration put pressure on them to do that. And that's not good, but also, like, where the fuck have people been for the past decade? Jimmy Kimmel said like terrible things about all sorts of people. Not like the unvaccinated should die, should not get a hospital bed. If it's between a vaccinated person and the unvaccinated person just dies. Sorry, you're dead. Like, just shitty things all the time, and he stays on the air. But this is a bridge too far, and I don't get it.
I don't either. I didn't find those comments to be super offensive. so stoned he can't even open his eyes, allegedly. And he's a terrible Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel is so stoned he can't open his eyes?
That's what I said. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Isn't he notoriously a stoner?
I mean, I don't know about maybe on the Man Show. I don't know about on the Tonight Show or whatever.
I know he wears a weird retainer overnight.
What?
Whatever. If he's a stoner or not, I didn't find those comments to be that offensive, although they're not true. When the media figures got fired for not telling the truth, I mean, that seems like a daily minute by minute thing in the media. So
I mean, isn't he a comedian at heart? Like, isn't that like that's what he is? That's how he got his start, right?
He hasn't been a comedian since the Man Show.
Are you saying like he's not funny, or are you saying formally?
I literally don't think that he tells jokes. I think he just goes on there. I mean, he might. The audience may laugh for some reason, but I don't see them as jokes most of the time.
Well, because late night, it used to be comedians who would host the show. And so I think in theory, that's what it still is. I mean, even if he's not actually a comedian, but I think this is something Whoopi Goldberg talks a lot about, actually, which is how like comedians aren't allowed to be funny or attempt to be funny anymore, because anything they used to say in the 90s, 80s, 70s, whatever would get them canceled now. And I think it's the same thing. I mean, I think this is kind of an extension of it. And it might not have been funny, but like, should he get canceled for it? I don't know. It's probably some big other reason too that they canceled him. Like they were paying that for that show way too much and they didn't want to keep it going or something. But and they use this as an opportunity. But I don't know. We're firing teachers too over their comments on Facebook and social media. So
isn't that happening in Texas?
It's happening in a lot of places.
Well, we're a Texas-based show, so let's talk about Texas. Did that happen at Texas State? Is that right, or Texas Tech or something? Which one?
Tech, A&M.
A&M. Okay.
And it probably did happen at Tech too. And I think HISD. There was one or two. There were a couple local jurisdictions.
Wasn't Governor Abbott calling for for a student to be expelled because they were not? They were, saying like laughing about Charlie Kirk or something like that. I'm gonna look that up.
I probably, if they wouldn't be surprised.
I think it was Texas State, but
you
what?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you at all torn about this? I mean, I'm not. Yeah, or either of you.
Yeah, I don't think you should fire people over like that. I mean, I don't think those people should be teaching kids. Like, I don't think that's the type of person that should be in a classroom educating kids. But I also don't think that that's like I mean, maybe it's a fireable offense under like the TEA's code of conduct, but like I just don't think that silencing speech in that way is going to really help anybody in the end of the day. It's just going to teach these other teachers to be quiet and not say it when it's being recorded, and then like implement it into the work plan other ways.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like these especially university professors have been saying horrible things forever, for a very long time. Like this is not new. They've been shitting on white people and like Western culture and America and all sorts of stuff for the longest time. And now they're getting fired because of this and because of, they don't have the most favorable views of Israel, and maybe they favor Hamas. I don't agree. I don't think that that's good, but should they be fired for it? I don't know. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I mean, I am conflicted because of the aspect that they have, or the role that they play in educating kids, but at the end of the day, like I think they should still have the ability to say what they want to say, especially on their personal Facebook pages.
Anything they want to say, Charles?
On their personal Facebook pages.
What about hate speech?
Ooh, Pam Bondi's on the hate speech.
If they think it, the thing is, like, if this person thinks it and feels that way and does so enough, they're gonna put it on Facebook. They're doing it in other instances, whether it's like just yelling at the black kid in class all the time. So I don't know that it's necessarily very different, right?
Yelling at the black kid in class all the time?
I'm saying if you have someone who is putting hate speech towards, and I'm choosing black people on Facebook, and it's a teacher, and they fire them for it. If she didn't put that hate speech on Facebook, she's probably still a hateful person, and she's probably just doing it in different instances that we're unaware of. And so I don't, you're never going to root out all hateful people. You're just going to find the ones who post it on Facebook.
Didn't we just go through a major cultural shift that rejected censorship? That's my thing. Like, wasn't the whole right galvanized around the idea of free speech and being able to say shit that offends people? And like, Do I want them teaching my kids? No, probably not. But I also know that I went through school and not every one of my teachers was great. I had a college professor who told me I could not write a research paper disputing climate change. So like, I get, you want all your teachers to be good, but they're not gonna be. So like, I don't know.
You have the ability to take your kid and put them in a different school too.
Exactly. But so I'm like, this is all a little bit overblown, and I think it reinforces bad tendencies, which is to shut people up that you don't agree with or don't like what they're saying. And I think that is bad. So while I'm not going to weep for the teacher who lost their job because they said something insensitive about Charlie Kirk, I don't like the broader trend of the right being willing to try to censor people.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Brad?
It's just it's what we were talking about earlier. It's acceleration, and it just accelerated more, like at a faster pace. I think they put instead of going 0 to 60 in 10 seconds, it's 0 to 60 in 8 now. And maybe next week it'll be 6 seconds. And before you know it, we'll be at the end times. Brought to you by, we'll see.
Why don't they? I don't. This one's not acceleration because they've been doing this. This is just a new topic they're doing.
No, the right started doing this when Trump got back into office, when it came to anti-Semitism on campuses and perceived anti-Semitism. I mean, sometimes it definitely is anti-Semitic, whatever, and sometimes it's just like but it's just free speech. It's like people are expressing their opinions. Are they harming people? No. If they're camping out in the dean's office and not leaving, okay, yeah, forcefully remove them. That's fine. But they're expelling people and really putting a lot of pressure on speech that they don't like.
Yeah, but it didn't start when Trump came back. It started with like the DEI and the ban on book, like the books, not that those books should be allowed. So
it started on the right when Trump got back into office. No. I don't think this was a phenomenon before in Trump's first term.
Yes, it was. Well, maybe in the interim, but getting the teachers expelled or fired for DEI statements and stuff they made the DEI ban, I think, before Trump took office again, didn't they? Wasn't it the session before?
Yeah. You mean Texas state politics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Charles is saying in response to some of the DEI stuff in the drag shows, and this right started trying to cancel all that stuff.
Well, not even the drag shows. Kids shouldn't be going to drag shows, but I'm talking about
obviously
the response to there were certain when they did the books, there were some books on there. Majority of those books probably should not have been accessible to young kids, but then there were also some that were just DEI related books that they just didn't want these kids to have, right? And then they did same thing with DEI statements, they banned the DEI stuff, and then when teachers started talking about it, they started protesting and pushing them to get fired. So all I was saying is that it predates this Trump presidency, the second Trump presidency, and the right does like censorship. It's just on issues that they like. I mean, they don't.
I don't know.
That seems more. That doesn't sound the same. Like DEI,
the kids are involved.
The kids are involved, right? And so I think that there's a different angle there than just we don't like what you just said.
So, go on. Explain more, please.
Well, obviously with the books, it's easy. And you mentioned this. If there's books teaching 3-year-olds how to suck dick, that shouldn't be in a class. That's It's fucking obvious. And it's disgusting that we have to even repeat that. But if there's teachers that are teaching DEI or they're, teaching, which is counter to Western culture and is very subversive, and the state is setting the curriculum and they're harming the kids with lies about education, then maybe you should not be a teacher. So,
but how is that any better or worse than a teacher saying it's good this person got murdered? That those are both pretty bad things if you're teaching that or saying that in the classroom to impressionable children. If you're cheering on the death of someone you disagree with politically in a classroom and you're saying we're not all created equal because of inherent things, because of our kids' skin color and stuff. Those are both bad things that you should not be telling children.
We're not supposed to be telling children that skin color matters?
our values are based on our skin color.
Oh fuck! I gotta go talk to my kids.
And it wasn't.
I don't know.
It wasn't just
Here's
it
what's
wasn't just teachers. It was any local jurisdiction. We had people here who were getting targeted with it and getting, kind of protested because they shouldn't be saying this stuff and implementing it in programs, which is true. But all I'm saying is that the right likes censorship as much as the left.
Here's what's muddying the waters for me on this conversation is the inclusion of stuff that's the kids are the audience. So I'm more thinking in the post October 7th and the Trump administration coming in, they started passing like laws prohibiting what you couldn't say and like deporting people. And like, that didn't have anything to do with what was being said to kids in schools. That had to do with other stuff, just people's beliefs. And that's the stuff that concerns me. And then Pam Bondi, our great AG, was basically trying to say that there's this distinction between free speech and hate speech. And there's not. Sorry, Pam Bondi, there's not. You're allowed to say hateful things. That's a God-given right, not one that can be infringed on by the government. Sorry.
But these are the Republicans you guys support. These are the ones that were going to save America, guys.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
These were Team America, right? They came in, everybody's like, yeah, Pam Bondi. No, I'm just joking when it comes to you guys. But generally speaking, the Make America Great Again movement very much embraced all these people.
You're right.
These are not new values that these people are sharing either, like individually.
Yeah, I think
you're right. I was wrong.
All right.
I wouldn't look at your.
No, you're right. I was wrong.
All right. We only have a few minutes left, and the Civil Rights Division, DOJ, Justice Department investigates Austin, Texas for racially discriminatory employment practices. The Department of Justice will not tolerate discriminatory race-based employment practices and DEI policies. Speaking of Charles, because you were just talking about it, in Austin or other cities, said AAG Dillon, such practices are illegal and un-American, and we vigorously protect equal opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Austin's in the crosshairs.
Woohoo.
What's going to happen?
Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing's going to happen. Fucking nothing's going to happen. They will change the name to something else.
Maybe they'll just take their funding for Project Connect as retribution.
I thought they already did that. I thought they already did that. No?
It's in the works, man. It's in the works.
Well, I just think it's interesting that Austin is getting targeted. Austin does do, bullshit like this all the time. It's in their documents. It's in their scoring matrices for grant funding for musicians and other art activities. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm a white podcaster and I want some of that Austin grant. Come on.
You don't have to tell us you're white.
It's clear.
They could be listening on audio. They don't have to be watching. You don't know.
Well,
do I sound white, Charles?
Double down on that statement.
Do I sound white?
Yes.
I don't know what sound white means, Brad.
Charles, let me ask you, if we had never seen each other ever and you just heard my voice, it's 1999 and I call your house. I'm prank calling your house and you pick up the phone off the kitchen wall. Blain residence.
Hello, white American. Who's this? I've been mistaken for white all my life. Actually, I got on Hot 97 once because they were looking for the whitest sounding black person. And
you got on and you won?
I didn't win anything, but yeah, I won technically.
The whitest sounding black. I don't think that you sound a little bit black.
It just depends on what I'm talking about.
When you're talking about rap. Have you listened to the new Slick Rick?
No.
Now, what's a topic that you would sound super black on?
I have no idea. I don't know what sounding super black is.
You just said it. You said it depends on what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was a joke. When I'm talking about Harmeet Dillon and the civil rights, that's when it comes out. I don't know.
When you're talking about brownies being sold in the corner,
which I don't. You guys But to the point, can I say something about this? I didn't get asked my opinion about this topic.
Please.
I mean, nothing's probably going to happen. However, I do think that there's a possibility of something happening because all the grant funding that comes down from the DOJ, and they even said before that with the homelessness executive order, that the DOJ was going to be restricting grants for cities that didn't comply with it. And so I wouldn't be surprised if the DOJ restricts grants for Austin for this stuff too. So it could have an impact. Will it? I don't know.
No. They'll just try to change the name of it. You know,
they will just change the name and everything will be the same. It's all bullshit. Accelerates. This has been the BCM podcast. Thank you, Michael and Charles. It's been a real pleasure to speak with you yet again on another week, and I cannot wait to do it again next week. If you're a listener, please subscribe and share with friends and post to your social media. Michael may or may not send you a hat. I can't promise that. I'm not promising it, but you should share it anyway.
We have plenty available.
But that doesn't mean Michael will send you anything. So thank you all. Have a wonderful week.
Ascend and ascension.
Ascend.
I mean, no, wait.